Alrighty, Adam. So you're going to East Lake. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
How does it feel to know that you're one of the top 30 on the PGA Tour this year and headed to the Tour Championship?
It's a pretty amazing feeling. Kind of can't believe it happened. Played great golf all year. Was very fortunate on some of my solo seconds that could have been several way ties. Just grateful. I mean, it could just easily I could have had a great year and finished 35th. Just so happened it ended up being 23rd. So I would have loved to play a little better this week, but a little sour taste in my mouth leaving over the weekend. But excited to get to East Lake and prepare for the course and try and make a run. Big run.
What was the last?
A big run.
Exactly. What's kind of you think in your game this year? Where did you take the kind of most significant step?
That's a good question. Just learning how to get off the tee a little better, especially when I'm uncomfortable. Putting just a little bit better. Just general smartness all around the golf course. Just a lot of course management stuff, but nothing too different in the golf game. Honestly, a little bit of luck.
Is when you think about the evolution of you as a player from when you got out here, have your season-long goals changed at all from what you were looking to do as a rookie your first couple of years to where they are when you go into a season now?
Definitely a little bit. I mean, I would have just been tickled to keep my card the first year out, and I did not. And just learned so much over the last 6 years. I can't believe this is going to be the end of year 6 already. But just the little things that you learn, and you don't necessarily get that much better at golf. You just kind of get smarter. A little bit better in all areas, you hope. But it seems that you have a lot of parts of your golf game working well together, and when they all come together, that's when you play well. And you just try and piece it together week to week. And if some weeks it comes together and it's great, and then the next week it could be the exact opposite. So it's a fickle game. It just, learning the ups and downs are going to happen, I think, is a big part of, growing and getting better at golf.
There's, in terms of, the goals, obviously winning is always up there, but when you make your goals for the year, where does getting to East Lake rank kind of in that?
That's got to be, I would love to win. Didn't do that this year, but making East Lake has to be 1 or 2. If you make East Lake, you've played a really solid season of golf, and for me, fortunately, playing well last week when it's 4 times the points was really, just fortunate. I could have finished 6th at Wyndham, which actually isn't possible because I don't know how people play that golf course. But I was very grateful to have a good finish last week, which more in a sense, made me take that step to the PGA or to the Tour Championship. Excuse me. This week, not so much, but still a great golf course. I played hard this week, just didn't have it.
I don't know if you look at projections at all, but it's kind of funny because I was going to talk to you about East Lake earlier in the week, but Data Golf had you at 99.9%.
Yeah.
So were you aware of that at all?
I was, yeah, I was.
Okay.
I'm sure it was statistically possible. And I looked at it, and I'm like, there's ways that you could get rooted out. So I wanted to play well enough this week where it was statistically not possible, and I don't know if I did that. Probably came close, but I played hard, so Brett and I did the best we could. I didn't make enough putts this week.
I just remember earlier in the year playing, I think, 8 or 9 events in a row while Courtney was pregnant. Obviously, you've got the baby now. Just reflecting on this year, how rewarding is it to know that all that hard work has paid off?
Very rewarding. Very, very rewarding. And, gosh, it's been a long year. I mean, I think I've played 32 events so far. So it's 32, next week's 33, so kind of burnt the candle at both ends. Played a little bit less lately, but still being in East Lake, having, exempt next year and the year after on tour, it's kind of like winning, I guess. So I would love to play better than majors next year. That's going to be a major goal of mine. I played really bad this year. Bothers me a little bit. So that'll definitely be a goal for next year.
Getting to know you'll be playing in the Masters too. What does that mean?
Pretty cool. I haven't honestly thought about it a ton, but it's going to happen, I guess. So it's pretty cool.
And I know you've said before, kind of you described yourself as a grinder out here. Do you still feel that way, or is that?
Oh yeah. Not saying mean things about myself, but there's just a lot of people out here that are just physically better at golf than me, and I have to try and outsmart them, gain any little advantage I can, and just give up nothing to the field. And that's the way I have to play golf, and make putts. If I do that, great. If I make putts, I'm going to have a chance. If I don't make putts, I just don't have a chance. So kind of like this week, I didn't make any putts, didn't have my best stuff, and I finished 35th in a 50-man field, so a little disappointing.
What's the plan tonight? Driving home?
We're going to drive back to Vincennes, Indiana, go see our puppy, Bunker, can't wait to see my son AJ. Take a picture with the wife here for a second in front of some clock, and then we'll be on our way.
And then flying to East Lake tomorrow? Or
Flying to East Lake tomorrow, late afternoon. Yeah.
not driving, flying.
Flying. Yeah. You going east? You going next week?
No, I'm going to Boise first.
Oh, that's right, Boise. That's right. I love Boise.
It's a good
Glad I'm not there, but I do miss that tournament. I like Boise a lot.
Amazing.
Thanks, Adam.
All good?
Congratulations, brother. Looking
Thank
forward to
you,
seeing you
guys.
next week.